Morning, it's day 2. Just leaving campsite at Meon side, something or other at East Meon. Yeah, nice little peaceful setup, fairly basic, just sort of portaloos and a sink. But it certainly served its purpose. And I was able to go last night to the pub in the village and grab something to eat, so that's one of the reasons why I chose to stay on a campsite. Not that I desperately wanted to go for a drink, it was just that I wanted to get somewhere to eat rather than have to carry food myself. Anyway, yeah, I didn't sleep particularly well. You know me, never do first night in a tent. I was just buzzing after yesterday, really. It was almost as if I'd caffeine coursing through my veins. I mean, I'd had a coffee at about 11 o'clock, but that was the last time I had anything. But I was literally, my mind was just, racing. I'm not normally like that, so yeah. So I just couldn't settle. I had the earplugs in, so I couldn't really hear anybody, but yeah, I just couldn't settle. Anyway, it is what it is. It's overcast this morning, a bit misty actually. But forecast to get hot and sunny later. So the plan today, I'm not sure where I'm going to go, to be honest with you. I think a lot of it is, how hot it gets, etc. So how far you want to push it. So we'll just keep going. But the first target today is to get to Queen Elizabeth Country Park. Well, I believe there's a cafe, or I might be able to get some breakfast. It's just gone 7:40 now, so if I time it right, that should be just about opening, hopefully, when I get there. Just got to make my way now back up to the path. I'd show you, but it's stuck in the mist up on the tops. Yeah, got about a mile ago to get back onto the official route. Just had my first climb. Must be humid today because it's not particularly warm, but I'm sweating like a pig. Yeah, you can't really see the hill. I've just come up. It's too misty to show you down in the valley. The reason I turned the camera on, I'm still not back on track yet, but it's very nice, isn't it? Carving of an owl. Very clever. Yeah. Well, it's quite a nice little track, this one. Hopefully you can hear this early morning bird song. Typical, the wind's picked up now. Yeah, it's very nice to hear first thing in the morning. Nearly at the top of this hill now, where we rejoin the South Downs Way. Right, we're back on track on the trail. I'd love to show you the view, but we're in thick mist at the moment, so yeah, nothing to see here apart from a big sweaty mess from climbing the hill. Yeah, I've already seen about 2 or 3 cyclists along this stretch, but no walkers yet. It's only where are we? 10 past 8, so yeah. So we're right at the top of Butsa Hill, and as you can see, we can't see anything. All we can see is what a sweaty mess I am. Yeah, obviously the humidity is really high because of this mist and whatever, but it's not that warm. I mean, it's not cold, don't get me wrong, but it's not like roasting hot. But the sweat is absolutely pouring out of me. So yeah, I look a right mess. Anyway, carry on. Okay, we're starting to come out of the mist, so we're dropping right down now, losing all the elevation. You may be able to see and hear the roar of the traffic of the A3 up ahead, and then up again in the mist is Queen Elizabeth Country Park or something like that, which is where hopefully we can find something to eat. Just had a nice bit of breakfast at the Queen Elizabeth Country Park. There's an awful lot of people here. I think there's some sort of running event or trail event going on. Don't think it's started yet, so I don't know whether they're going to be wanting to go on the same bits that I'm going to be on. We'll just have to wait and see. I've spoken to a couple of people. There's two sort of things happening here. One is a park run that's just finished. There's hundreds of people just finished that one, but there's also some other trail event that people are registering for, but I don't know if that's actually started yet. But I'm back on the South Downs Way proper, and thankfully I haven't seen any signs indicating that they're sending those runners stroke walkers, wherever they are, this way. So I'll have to wait and see anyway. That was a steady climb. We're still in the woods, but yeah, up to the top of the woods, should we say. But yeah, certainly a steady enough climb to get the sprinkler system going again. To those of you that haven't watched any of my videos before, you'll soon get used to I sweat a heck of a lot. Now, undoubtedly, I probably could do with losing a little bit of weight, but I'm not totally unfit. Do quite a lot of aerobic training on an exercise bike, etc. But I have a condition called hyperhidrosis. I've had it since puberty, so even when I was a fit, lithe teenager, I used to sweat as soon as I do anything, any sort of physical exertion. Yeah, so it's a bit embarrassing, but there's nothing I can do about it. It's one of those things. Something I've got. Some people have diabetes, some people have, I don't know, bad legs or whatever, heart conditions, etc. But I've just got a thing called hyperhidrosis. It is slightly concerning because, as I say, although it's humid today, it's not particularly warm. And obviously the forecast for tomorrow and Monday is baking hot temperatures, so if they're humid as well, I might end up struggling. But we'll just have to suck it and see how we get on. Probably one of the reasons why I am sweating so much is because I do have 2 litres of water with me, but I need to replace the fluids that pour out of me, so I probably need to carry more water than what the average hiker does. But it is what it is. I'd rather carry more weight than run out of water. We seem to be back on the route with wherever this event is, although there doesn't seem to be that many people at the moment. Yeah. So whether they haven't all set off yet or what, I don't know, because there were hundreds of them. Now got a steep descent out of the country park, so lose all that elevation we did have. No doubt we'll have to climb back up again sooner or later. just having to sit down for 5 minutes. Suddenly hit a brick wall. We've done 8.5 miles. Yeah, and I stopped because I was sure I packed some electrolyte tablets, but bugger if I can find them. Yeah, so I'm alright, you know, there's nothing wrong with me, but I just, you know, you suddenly get a bit tired, and so yeah, taking the chance to air my feet, stop blistering. It's always good to give them, you know, because I say I sweat a lot, so even my feet sweat, so it's a good opportunity to just let them air for a little few minutes. Yeah, I'd love to show you some views, but we're sort of stuck up in the trees. I'll spin the camera back round behind me, but that's about as much of a view as I've got, but even that isn't great. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just going to have 5 minutes and then we'll crack on again. Not spectacular, but at least this is the first view I've had all day. Yeah, because it's been mostly bridleways with sort of high hedges on either side or up in the woods. So yeah, I haven't seen a huge amount. You can get to see the view on the other side. Yeah, lots and lots of cyclists on this route, but only 1 or 2 walkers. Starting to come across some of the runners from this event now. Fair play to them. I'm hot enough walking, never mind running. Just looking down over South Harting, I think it is, which is going to be the one and only water stop really, so I'm going to have to drop down off the way and go into there, because after that there is literally nothing until where I end up hoping to camp later on this evening. So yeah, we'll divert off the path and go down there. Right, I've come off the trail now, heading down into South Harting. This path, this bit's not actually too bad, but in places is quite badly overgrown. But obviously it's not a national trail, so it's probably nowhere near as popular as the South Downs Way, except for people like me who've decided to divert off the South Downs Way to go and use the facilities in the village. But yeah, a little bit overgrown in places. Right, well I had 3 hours off in South Harting. 3 hours off and 3 pints of the lowest ABV beer they had, plus 2 pints of water, so fairly well rehydrated. The only problem is you've got to climb the hill back up to where we came from. It's 3 o'clock now, so whilst the sun's not at its highest, the heat probably is. So thankfully we've got a fair bit of shade for the first sort of mile or so anyway. So we'll try and make the most of that. Right, we're properly back on the trail now. Although the marshals are still out for this running event, so maybe we still might encounter some of the stragglers. That quickly warming up, climbing up that hill, but as I say, we've got a little bit of tree cover for the next mile or so. Give us a little bit of shade. This is the first real view of the day. I'll have to put up on the screen as to where I'm looking down to. Yeah, we're think it's Harting Nature Reserve. I'll double check, and yeah, so I'll probably put that up on the screen as well. Right, I've got a choice. I can either go that way, which is the official South Downs way, which circumvents Beacon Hill, or I can climb that bad boy, which is a bit of a bastard. And it's warm, but at least there's a nice wind. And the stupid part of me thinks I'm going to go up that. I might live to regret it, but I'm going to give it a go. Oh, it was a one-stopper. Oh, but I think it was worth it for the views. Not quite at the total summit, but I've done the worst of it. How much more of a view we get up there, I don't know. Here we are at the summit. You do now get some tremendous views from up here. Spin the camera around. There's still a few runners running through. Yeah, that's the direction we've come from. Can't really name you any of the places, but yeah. But what I can tell you, although I doubt whether this camera will pick it out, is I can see probably part of the docks, or part of, I think it's the Spinnaker Tower at Portsmouth, and then I can certainly see the Isle of Wight in the distance and bits of the Solent. That's the first time I've seen the sea. And then spinning around again, and I'm guessing, I'll say this camera probably ain't going to pick it up, but there's a tower block in the distance, which is either going to be Worthing, Hastings. I'm not sure, don't think it'll be Brighton, but yeah, probably Worthing or Hastings, unless I've got my bearings all wrong. But yeah, pretty spectacular views from up here anyway. Trouble is, what goes up must come down. So we've got to go all the way down. I'm not sure if we have to go back up that one or not, actually. I'll have to check when I get to the bottom with you. But yeah, got to go down a nice steep decline now, which actually I find harder work because they're muscles you don't normally use. Yeah. Yes, I did have to come up it. Oh. Just sort of near Bureton Farm. Got a little bit of shade for a minute or two in the path. Yeah, I think I'm about halfway now from South Harting to Manor Farm, where I intend to camp. Yeah, still well, put your teeth back in. Feet feel fine. Energy wise, a little bit possibly going into reserves. I haven't actually got any more food left apart from you know, dehydrated meals. although I do have a secret stash of jelly babies, which I think might have to get broken into just to give you that sugar rush, bit of energy. There's been quite a bit of this woodland or walking and a tree canopy. It's presumably on the edge of some estate here because there's quite a big chain link fence, which is nice to be in the shade. But the only problem is if you stop, because I'm sweating so much, the bloody horseflies come and start attacking you. So you got to keep going. Well, I reckon I think I've about 3 miles to go till I get to campsite. Just hit another wall, not literally, but yeah, just had to stop. Feet suddenly got hot, so I've taken my shoes and socks off and just airing them both for a bit. Not got far to go. I don't know, about 1.5 miles, but yeah, just suddenly thought I need to stop. It's weird, sometimes you just get these walls and you just have to stop and just have a little rest. Oh, somebody's come to say hello over there. I'm pretty sure that's my campsite coming into view. I don't know how well this camera will zoom in, but below those sort of white cliffs, there's a couple of little white things sticking up. I'm pretty sure that's the campsite I'm aiming for. I'm just staggering now back to the campsite from the pub. Better do a review of the day, really. Yeah, it's been a good day. Obviously, to start off with, it was very humid in the sort of steamy, misty atmosphere. And then this afternoon it's been quite hot, albeit with the wind just taking the edge off it. But the last mile or so to the campsite I found tortuous, because it was that sort of flinty, hard, rocky ground. In fact, not dissimilar to what I'm on now. Spin the camera around. Yeah, this sort of hard, flinty ground where there's absolutely no give in it whatsoever, and yeah, it's quite hard work on the feet, that is, especially when they're hot, as they were towards the end of the day. But anyway, it's another 20 mile. It's amazing how 2 different GPS things got totally conflicting distances. So my watch reckons I've done 21 miles, whereas the Relive app on my phone reckons I only did 18 miles. From my plotting on the map, which didn't include the little diversion into South Harting, I think it was about 18.5 miles. So with that diversion, you're probably getting close to 20 miles. Yes, I'm not quite sure what went wrong with the Relive app, because that's definitely underestimated how far I came. But anyway, legs and feet are fine. I mean, feet got a bit hot this afternoon, but there's no blisters as such. I just hope, because I had a rubbish night's sleep last night, so I'm just hoping I'm going to get slightly better night's sleep tonight. I'll just have to wait and see. And the plan for tomorrow is it's due to be scorchio, so I might get up at the crack of dawn and get a few miles under my belt before it gets too hot, and then make a decision whether I carry on or just call it quits for the day at sort of lunchtime. How can you still see me? It's gone a bit dark. But anyway, yeah, so that's it for day 2, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.